Okay, we are recording. So welcome everybody who has made it here, whether you're live or whether you're watching this on the replay. My message to you all was kind of lengthy and the revamping of this. I found out very quickly in the last 3 months that Wednesday was not a good day for you guys. Everybody has something to do and that Monday was better. So I did what a leader does, and I just rearranged my schedule and said, I need to do this because this is when everybody can come together. And I know you guys can watch all of this and on the replays, but it's so great when we can get together like this and kind of share. And it's funny because when you see somebody shaking their head, like I'll say something, one person is looking at you like, I don't know what she's talking about, and the other people shaking their head like, me neither. And suddenly we all feel like we in the same place, which makes us feel very good. The great thing is, even with the people that are on tonight, we have leaders that are on here and salespeople who have been on here for quite a few years with me. I myself am going on my 17th year with Avon. That's hard to believe, just hard to believe. Um, to think, oh, I'm just going to do this for a little while, make a little bit of extra money. And then before you know it, it is definitely my livelihood and pays the majority of things in my life. And I feel so blessed because being in this company for 17 years with all the ups and downs, and I will give Avon one thing here. Whoever comes in and owns us, whoever comes in and they always believe there's something with the representative. And what I love about that is they just don't give up on us. And one big thing right now, tell me they don't listen. Did you all read the beauty buzz? Guess what's coming back in campaign 3? The What's New catalog is coming
Hooray!
back. I knew Carolyn was going to be excited about that. The
I go
What's
back
New
to
catalog
reading.
is coming back.
Oh my
They heard
God.
us. They realized that reps were not taking advantage of the What's New the way that they were, because y'all know now for the last 7 months, we've been together trying to do this What's New and figure it out because we thought that's all we were going to have. But they said, we've got to give this to them if this is what they need. And they did. So the one you'll be getting when you place your campaign 3 order will actually be the What's New for campaign 6. So they're starting the What's New for campaign 6 because obviously they had none printed before then because they weren't doing it. So I say kudos Avon and kudos to the reps who, again, a lot of you very professionally, as I did, went to Avon and just said, look, I'm just telling you, this is really a helpmate for us. It's a helpmate for us. I love to look at it. And just like the catalogs, because, we were all a little fearful. If they're getting rid of the What's New, are they going to get rid of the brochures? What's going to happen? That really created a massive panic for a lot of us. And I understand that. But I don't think that's going to happen, because if they're bringing something back that we need like this, that we feel like we can share, for me, I felt like 2021, I was talking to Michael Senchak today by text, and I just said, this is such a comfort. Now, look, y'all know I'm not for the whiny. I'm not for the people who are out there complaining about everything and don't want change and this and that. But there's some things that just go with our business. And I truly believe that a brochure and the
Absolutely.
What's New for us, so that we can go forward positively to share what's coming, to feel like we can read the print and know what we're telling people. It was a huge win for us. But I believe it's not just a win for us, the representative. I believe it's going to be a win for Avon and LG too, because what they're going to see that we can get from the What's New, and I think it really pumped the reps up today. I don't think I've put a post in Onward No Matter What in a long time that's gotten as many hits as that did. People were just like, you would have thought Avon just said, we're going to give you $1 million, because they were all so excited about it. So that really, really, that impressed me. So very happy about that. I want to look, I know that officially we don't end 2020 officially in the Avon world until tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, officially, because remember, it's through campaign 2 that you still had the ability to hit President's Club or Honor Society or Premier or whatever it is for the first time. And I know that some of you are this close, and I could go ahead, because the only thing I have is my readouts for campaign 1, because obviously I don't get my reports till campaign 2 closes. This I will say, President's Club and above, Becky Kane has hit Rose Circle again, $39,000 in personal sales.
Wow.
Huge, 30. But now Becky's been with us a very, 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 very long time, but she's a Rose Circle seller. And I got to tell you, and this is a girl who, she does some online, but she's a little more in person than she is online. And she's been doing this for so long. She's got a steady customer base. And to me, Becky Kane has always been somebody who she's always ready. And we're going to talk about that, but she's always ready to promote with that brochure, to reach out to people. She's great in her follow-up. There are things that she's done just as a representative in this company that has always been huge. And here's the one thing, she's consistent. You will never find a campaign where this young lady has less than $1,000. And a lot of times it's $2,000 a campaign. That does not come without a lot of work. I don't want you to think that this comes easy, because even the ones who are President's Club, $400 and $500 campaigns in order to get that does not come easy. But what I'm telling you is, when you've been in as many years as she is, and she's always done something for the customers who refer new customers when they place an order, she has kept a lot of these standards that she has kept from the beginning of the business. And although she's adapting newer things now with her business too, she's never forgotten what has kept her very first customers with her. And that is so important. Hi, Janae. Happy New Year's. Thanks for joining us, honey. Kim Edwards. Again, now Kim Edwards, let me see if it has. Kim Edwards has been with me 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. Kim Edwards, I'm pretty sure as of this campaign, as campaign 1, she was at 19,500. That's Honor Society at 20,000. Okay, don't say it can't be done. Again, 2 years. I'm just like, man, this is crazy. Linda Staggers, prior year to sales, my top leader on the team. Prior year, she did 11,000. She's always been President's Club. This year, she's probably going to hit Honor Society. At the end of campaign 1, she was at 18,800. My gosh, she has had a $7,700 increase in a pandemic year. That is amazing stuff right there. I just don't even know what to say. Julie Paulson, again, 17,000. Sharon Mentor, 14,000. Melissa Rooker, 13,000. Christina, I'm going to mute some of you here, okay, just a little bit. Just to mute. You can unmute when you need to, but just so it doesn't disrupt the recording. Stella McKimby, 13,000. Janae Hensley, 12,800 as of the end of campaign 1. And what we're seeing with Janae has had a $3,300 increase so far. Who knows what she's going to do in 2. And Janae has had some rough spots this year. Let's be honest.
Very much so. Yes.
She has been consistent. Her consistency shows off. But this pandemic hit her in all kinds of ways, with her job and her kids being at home and everything else. A lot of people. But the point is, it obviously can be done in the worst of times. I love that. Rebecca Furbush, I remember, who thought she couldn't do this, and then she wanted to hit President's Club, and then she did, and now it just seems to be the thing that she does. She's at 11,700 as of the end of campaign 1. Norma Rodriguez, 11,000. Let's talk Linda Church. Linda Church, you are at 11,000 $6,117 at the end of campaign one. And girlfriend has done a $3,300 increase. And I'm sitting here thinking, Linda, I remember when you were struggling. Now, this is what I want to tell you something else. And I said this on my Friday night call because I was really celebrating this. Do you realize that this is the first year in 13 years of my business that all of you guys who have hit this, you hit it without any double dollars or triple dollars? These numbers are real numbers. It isn't, well, your sales were really 7,000, but because Avon gave you double and triple sales, it showed that you did 11,000, but you're like, where's the money? Well, the money wasn't really there. It was a false positive. But this year, if you hit those numbers, you really hit the numbers. And I myself right here, I am clapping for all of you. I am just like, this is amazing to me, amazing. Now, let's look at what people who are at Premier right now, okay? Premier level, but I'm telling you, let me tell you the top three who are going to get it. Here's one, Brenda Lloyd. Brenda Lloyd at the end of campaign one was at $9,941. That is where Brenda Lloyd was. We know that's going to be happening, and she's going to hit President's Club. But this is what's really great. Brenda herself, middle of a pandemic, her mom has been very, very sick. She has had her own struggles this year with family and everything else, but she is almost a $1,200 increase. And I don't care if you got a $50 increase. At this point, this is great. Tammy Leonard, 9,700. Tammy Leonard will be back. Cheryl Dio, she's at 9,000. Look, Andrew, we hear the tough year for you, my friend. We hear Nick being sick. You had a fire. You were out of your home. But I need you, Andrew, not to get down about the fact that Andrew, after a fire, people being sick, losing his home and everything else, he only sold about $7,000 this year with all of this happening. Now, if Andrew's events had been open and he could have done all his events, Andrew would have been way over that. But Andrew, I am very proud of you because no matter what has happened, you have always jumped back on the horse again. So good job. Let me look here and see if there is anybody else that is actually on here. I mean, I've got people who, now that there's the new level, Lynn Rudder, 6,000, Theta, 6,000, Ann Kohler, 6,000, Teresa, 5,600. I mean, it goes on and on in the middle of a daggone pandemic. It is wonderful. And I think for those who may feel like you haven't been there, it is possible. It is possible. But the one thing that has happened is people don't let anything stay in their way. Something may get in their way, but they don't let it stay there long. Okay. They don't let it stay there long. And that is absolutely huge. Let me look here real quick. C1, fabulous first orders. We have Linda Staggers girl, Shipa Patel. I don't think she's on tonight, but a $350 first order. That's fabulous. Let me see, $400 club. Who can we call? Again, Rebecca Kane had a $1,500 order. Khadija, who is part of Julie Paulson's team, did $2,100 in campaign one. Campaign one. That's crazy. That's crazy stuff right there. It's just crazy. But I'm so excited for her. That's great. Linda Staggers, Julie Paulson, Sharon, Janae, $447 order. And a time when really business is normally slow in 1 and 2, but it happened. So very excited about that. Melissa Rookard, 411. So we definitely had a lot of that going on. Let me look here. Hold on. Dun, 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 dun. Let me look here. No, you'll be getting all of this in an email, probably tomorrow or the next day. I know that technically it doesn't start until campaign, 2, because 2, we get credit for campaign 2 in 2020 and in 2021. Okay. So they kind of double it there because right now, until they decide to add another campaign or something, our year goes from campaign 2 to campaign 26. Okay. I think they've got more stuff coming. They're just not telling us about it right now. Let me make sure there's nothing else here I'm supposed to go over. Amy, congratulations. You had 2 orders that came in for direct delivery. You had $151 in direct delivery sales. That's wonderful. Wendy Toth had $207 in direct delivery orders. That's huge. And when I look at this, I'm like, man. But you know what? There are names that are on here that are consistent. Let me holler them out. Sharon, Amy, Andrew, Julie Paulson, Janae Hensley, Melanie Russ, Rebecca Kane, Sharon Carmack. I mean, these people who are doing stuff in sales, as you can tell, it's just not one way. They're trying to bring these sales in any way they can. And that is very, very important. And we're going to talk a lot about this. And now that we're meeting every other Monday, we're going to be hitting on a lot of stuff that's really hard to hit on when you're just doing one meeting a month. We also will talk about Destination Avon 2021. Do we know where the beachy, wonderful place is yet? We do not. We do not know where that place is yet. They're going to announce it at the Leadership Virtual Conference. They made the decision, which I thought they would, that we will not have a regular conference. Last year we were in Orlando at this time, so a little bit sad about that. It's been too long since I've seen my Avon sisters and brothers and been able to hug them and strategize with them and get their ideas. And it's a great thing, and then bring in all the new stuff. But you know what else is great? We all get to watch it together if you want to watch it virtually, which is good, and see what's coming. So I love the fact that they are producing virtual things so that nobody feels left out. Andrew, I see your hand up, my friend.
Yeah, quick sales tip. I was just kind of realizing it that I discovered this year. The pandemic has actually given us kind of an opportunity. People were still, doing online orders, but with the shipping, everyone's doing, porch pickups now. So what I do is I offer my customers, you can order online, have it shipped directly to you for with 0 contact, or if you do it the old-fashioned way, you can do porch pickup, and I'll waive my order processing fee.
Right.
And that's been I've been noticing that's been with the pandemic, people are more comfortable picking up their own orders now.
That's perfect. I love that, where people can just pick them up. Either you're leaving them on their porch or they're coming to pick it up. Again, what you're noticing here, what you're seeing, what the dialogue is people sharing all different ways that they are doing this business. And it doesn't mean that there's any one way that's better than the other way. But what it does mean, it means that there are all different things for you to try. And I don't know about you, but if I had 3 or 4 customers who said, and I do, but if I had 3 or 4 who said they would come to my house and they would pick up the order, shoot, with my customers, when they do that, I take $1 off the order. I say, take $1 off of that because you're coming to pick it up. If I had 3 or 4 who did that, and then I have 15 who are ordering online, and then I have another 15 who want me to deliver to them, baby, that's money in my pocket. Okay, my pocket. So when I hear that somebody like Andrew is doing this, or some of these top leaders are giving us examples of what they do with brochures and how they're doing stuff, I'm trying to figure out, how can I put that into my business and easily do that? Hello, Alex. Happy New Year, my friend. Thanks for joining us. Jennifer, I see you. Christina, I see you. Rebecca Furbush, we were just talking about you. Congratulations on PC, my friend. So everybody who's here, look, I love this. This is really great. Let me say this, and I'm not getting down on nobody, okay? I am, but I'm not. So let me be honest. 2021, Molly says she's going to be honest. So I'm going to be honest. This is great. What will really be great is if as many of you show up in April as are showing up in January, and who have not by that time given up on your business and said, oh, this isn't working. Because I will tell you that for those who do that, you'll never know how good it could be because you haven't given it enough time for it to grow and become something that even you can't imagine. So this is fabulous. I love this that so many of you have showed up. And for those of you who are catching the replay because of your jobs and school and kids and all of that, again, if you're showing up on the replay, this is great. This is great because it's the knowledge. You want the knowledge, and I love it because it lets me know that you have. We have somebody else coming in here. She can't hear us yet, but she will in just a minute. It says it's connecting to audio. She hasn't been on in a while. I'm excited about this. So again, my message to you was hello, Julie. Thanks for joining us, friend. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So my message to you in my email was, there's all different ways that you may be looking at this business. What do you want? Because I cannot want it for you. I do want it for you. That just doesn't get you anywhere, me wanting it for you. Showing up, making sure you have the right tools, but above all, before we get to any of that, knowing what you want. So real quick, I'm going to give you your homework right now because this is very, very important. And I believe that if you don't start here in the beginning, and by the way, I don't care if you are a seller that sells Rose Circle, seller like my friend Becky Kane, who just jumped on, who did Rose Circle sales this year and growing. This is who I was talking about. Let me tell you, it's a two-hand pumper right here because it's Becky Kane. That's right. That's right. So congratulations on that, Becky. Thank you. We were talking about you. If your ears were burning, I was talking about you. They were listening. And talking about your history with Avon, and that none of it came easy, but you were still very consistent. And it's not that you don't have problems. It's not that you don't have issues. And it's not that the pandemic has not bothered you. You just have not let it bother your business. And boy, do I love that. That is just, you're the epitome of what we all strive to be. So that is a good thing. So your homework is going to be, I want you to really think about this. And by the way, when I ask you this, I am not talking about going out and buying Mercedes. If you want one, that's good, but that's not what I'm talking about. Buying your new house, it's a big one. I'm not telling you that's not what I'm talking about. It's okay. But I'm a person who I very much believe in dream boards. And for the first time in probably 5 or 6 years, I have decided that in 2021, I am going to make a dream board again. I'm getting a piece of poster board. But this is the deal. I got 50 million things in my head I could put down. But I have one thing that's very important to me right now. And the one more important thing for me right now is that I want to pay down my debt. Now, that's easily said when you have a whole lot of debt, right? But I believe that you have to get more precise. So let's say, like for me, for my debt, I said, I want to pay down $5,000 in credit card debt this year. That's what I want. This is credit card debt that I carried from Maryland from taking care of my brother. And it's easy for me to just say, I want to pay down my debt. Well, that's fine, but I could pay down my debt in 20 years if I pay the minimum payments. You know what I'm saying? Don't want that. So for me, my very first thing is being very specific. In other words, if you said to me, Molly, I want to be able to buy my groceries with my Avon money. I don't want you to just say that. I want you to put a number to it. I want you to say, I spend $250 every 2 weeks for groceries, whatever that looks like for you. In a campaign, I want to make X amount of dollars. And then what I need you to do is figure out what does that require from you? What does that require in sales? Now, here's the other thing. Let's say in 5 campaigns, you said you wanted 250, but let's say that for 5 campaigns, suddenly you found 50 extra dollars out of your Avon money and you wanted 250. Now you are $50 towards your goal of $250 in this campaign. So what does that mean? You could say, oh, I need to make $200 more right now in this campaign. Well, that's a big wish. But if you're not there with that kind of a customer base, guess what? That's not going to happen at once. But what I would love for you to say is, I want Avon to pay for my groceries, my electric bill, my car payment. I want it to help buy my kids' books. I want to be able, my kids' gymnastic lessons, ballet, football, whatever it is. I want you to put a number to it, and I want you to be able to say, realistically, by June, by August, by whatever that looks like for you, I want to accomplish this goal with my Avon income by this date. And I want you to be realistic. It's not how fast you get it to me. Because if you send it, this is the deal. If you send me this righteous goal, everybody's going to get product who sends it to me. Whether you're on the replay, whether you're on the live. You're going to send it to molly7720@gmail.com. Molly, MOLLY, 7720@gmail.com. And when you're thinking about this, I want you very much to think where I'm at right now in my business, and you could be starting brand new. You could be, this is the first year you hit Premier. This could be, I didn't make President's Club this year. Maybe that's your goal. Maybe your goal is, Molly, I want to make that 40%. I want that 40% and that 25% on all the home and fashion. If that's what you want, and you see, wow, man, I did $6,000 this year, then I would say to you, what is it going to take? How much in sales more is it going to take for you to hit that by campaign 26? Now, righteously, for all you PC members and all who are here, if you're PC now, you have to hit it by 19. I get it. You got to hit it by 19 to keep it, okay? But if you hit it anywhere between 19 and 26, you're going to be PC. You're going to be right back there, okay? So my deal is, what does that take? Well, righteously, for a President's Club, still, what are you talking about? Between a $400 and $500 order? What is that going to take? If you're doing a $200 order now and you're servicing 5 customers, 8 customers, whatever that looks like, how many more in order to double that? 8 more customers? So what are you going to do to get those customers? What are you going to do to get that money that you want to help pay for your kids' extracurricular activities, to pay for that car? Maybe you want to give up that part-time job. I don't know what this looks like for you, but you've got to figure out what this looks like for you. And I know we said vision board. I want you to have a board, but I want you to pick one thing on January 4th, 2021, that you want to happen because of your Avon income, and how you're going to make that happen, and at what point do you want this to happen? 6 months down the road? 3 months down the road? Do you want to know why I want that? Because everybody who emails me this, when your date comes due, guess who's going to be checking to see where you're at? Guess who's going to be checking halfway through to say, what can we do different? Let's talk about some things that we can do differently. Where are you in this? What goal is it that you want? And by the way, it doesn't have to be hefty. Look, remember, when I first started, My goal was to be able to buy a pizza from Domino's for my kids again, because when I left my ex-husband, I didn't have that money. I couldn't do it. The days when I could suddenly stop by McDonald's and get them a Happy Meal, all of that. It was the most amazing thing to finally say, I could do that. So I don't want you to think, oh, I'm not going to send this to Molly because this is so little. She's talking about this and that and paying off debt. No, 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 no. This is your life, as they say. So what is it that you want? Because I believe with where we're going in this company, I don't think that there's anything that you can't do. But you have to figure out how you're going to do it. What does that entail? Does it entail purchasing more brochures and being ready? Let me tell you one thing I slacked on this year. You want some honesty? Let me give you some honesty right now. And I preach this more than anything else. And I'm almost ashamed, but I don't think I'm alone. So I'm just going to say it. No matter where our company's gone, no matter what they've bought us, no matter what digital tools they want us to use, the one thing that I profusely slacked off on is keeping brochures ready and with me all the time. And what I mean by that is there were many years in my Avon business that I kept brochures ready in my car consistently. And then before I got out of a car, I would check my purse because I have little side things in my purse. And I would say, do I have 2 or 3 brochures in there? And I got to tell you something, for the past 3 or 4 months, and it didn't hit me until December, once I was Instacarting, to be quite honest, and I had an Avon shirt on. And when I was delivering the groceries to the lady, she says, oh my God, hey, you do Avon? And I said, oh, yes, ma'am, I do. And I thought for sure I had one in the car. And guys, for the first time in I don't know how many years, I went to my car and I said, Lee, do I have, I need a brochure. And he said, baby, you ain't got no brochures in here. And I said to the lady, I'll be done in the next couple of hours. I will not only bring you a brochure, I'm going to bring you some of our newest samples. Now, of course, she was thrilled. But if I want higher sales, if I truly want what I wanted, guess what? I would have been prepared with that. I bet Becky Kane doesn't go out of her house without a brochure. Guaranteed. Doesn't happen. I bet you, well, I'm not, you know what, I want to call out my people right now. I want to call out Amy, and I want to call out Janae, and I want to call out Brenda Lloyd. I'm scared to death because they're going to be, Molly, I'm in your boat. I know, I did it too. But you know what? They could have been really great. Janae's always been good.
You want to hear the irony of you sharing that with us?
Go ahead.
I mean, it could just be a little PTSD. We're not going to say that. But everywhere I go, I on purpose have brochures in my purse, in my vehicle. Like now I've gotten to the point where when I get boxes in, I immediately stamp all the books in that box and put them in plastic bags and arrange them in the box like I'm going to toss, but just to have on hand. So every time that I don't put it in my car, which is like 2% of the time, I hear Molly in my ear saying, did you get your books and put them in the car? Do you have your books with you? And I'm like, do you have something to show that you're an Avon rep on you? So I would either have an Avon shirt, an Avon pullover, my mask that says Avon, my name tag, my brochures, samples on hand, sample packs. I hang it on my car. PTSD, okay?
You know what? You can tell the people who've been with me for a very, very long time because she just spit that out like she was reading it off a paper. Did y'all notice that? Oh my God. Oh my God. Amy, how have you been doing with that? Come on, girl, spit out the truth.
So I keep forgetting to update mine. I have books in the car. They're just not new books.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm not going to judge you. Did I not just tell you for the last 3 or 4 months I had not been doing it? I had been slacking, and here I am telling everybody to do it. Andrew, I very much probably should have, but I was so disappointed in myself for not having the brochure. I felt like I deserved to go daggone spin the gas and say she don't want no digital. She specifically said, do you have a book? Do you have a book? And I'm thinking, of course I have a book. I'm Molly Stone Bibb with Avon. Of course I have a book! But I didn't have a book. So I'm here to tell you that stuff doesn't always work. And again, when I think of Brenda, there's Brenda. Hey, Brenda, seeing her pretty face. Share with me, Brenda.
I just want to say, I have been like at my house and gone, and then someone need a book, and I'm like, I had let my guard down with COVID because so many people don't want you near them, that I would be out, and then I would be like Amy when I would go get in my car. I had a book. I didn't have a current book, and I was so mad at myself, and I was like, oh my God, is there a drone over my head of Molly watching me? And I would be just like, I'm like the PTSD, like y'all are talking about, and I'm like, Rocky, if you tell Molly,
For all you newbies who are on here listening to her, I am not that bad. Just saying that.
I'm just saying.
I've went for 10 years now, and there's still some damage, but
It is true. Listen, and you see these girls who are talking. A lot of they're my top sellers, but they're not only my top sellers; they're my top leaders. Again, we all know that Miss Becky Kane has not slacked off, okay?
Yeah, Molly,
Because she's only got $40,000 in sales.
We're being real back at you, though. Okay?
I know. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. No, I really do. I appreciate it. I tell you, another one who I believe is always on their game is Becky Furbush. I do. I remember when she was like, I don't know if I'll ever make President's Club ever. I don't know. And now it's like, here she is, and I know why, because girlfriend is always ready. Somebody says, oh, Avon, you do, oh yeah, I know, here, you want brochure? Here's somebody, hey, want some samples? Here we go. Again, these girls, it's like I gave birth to them through the Avon world. I gave birth to them. Here they come. But you know, I don't know. I didn't feel the pain, but I'm feeling it now. Floyd is on here, guys. You just heard me talk about Floyd. Floyd, I can't believe that you are joining us. We are all praying for you, Floyd, praying for a full recovery, my friend. We are here for you. So you just keep up the good fight. Keep up the good fight. That's what it's all about. Oh, my goodness. Can't believe he got on here. Man, that's crazy. Boy trying to get better in the hospital, and he's on the call. He probably wanted to visit with us. That's what it is. He wanted to visit. Okay, so brochures are very important. Now, for a newbie, I need to tell you, if you were just getting brochures, and you should always get brochures just so you have them. Always get extra from what you need. But what I'm telling you is that when you do, don't put a date on them. Don't put a date on them. Don't ever put a date on them. By the way, even these, see these? I have the hand, these are from what, campaign 1? Dude, this is what I got ready. I got campaign 1s. I got 26s. I don't care if the Christmas stuff isn't available, because 87% of this book is stuff that we carry all the stinking time. So I take it. And by the way, if you think that the people that you're trying to get as customers happen to know what that campaign means, they got no clue. It's just that we know what that campaign means. We know that, oh, it's an older brochure. I don't. Oh, here. And hey, and if there's something in here that you want that you can't find, I'm gonna do my best to find something that you will like. Okay. So it's not, and now that we're getting the what's new back in paperback, yes. Now I can pull that bad boy up. Becky, I knew you would love that, my friend. I knew. Now that we're getting that back, I can go home. I just had a customer who said, oh, I really wanted those slippers, blah, blah. Don't worry, girl. Let me look. I know it's still going to be winter. They're going to have some new ones coming out. I'm going to have something to flip through. Girl. You like flip-flops? Because they got flip-flops coming out, too. I got something for you. We always have something for them. But the key is not to let the discouragement of something that's not there rule your attitude going forward. Okay. So, and look, this Destination Avon thing that's coming out. Now, I was going to share the PDF with you all, not just in here, but also put it in the group and also send it to you by email. They have not corrected the PDF yet. I cannot do that. I talked to Michael Senstack today. They're hoping it's going to be up and the new one is going to be on tomorrow. There's, believe me, they were taking some stuff and just copying and pasting. I don't know what, somebody was smoking a little something or drinking. I don't know what happened, but they didn't put the right stuff on there. We don't know where we're going. I said that earlier. We don't know where we're going until they announce it at the leadership convention, I want to call it, but it's really not. They're going to do the virtual event for us to know what's coming, and Steve Boston will be announcing it then. But how do we earn this? There are all different ways you can earn this. As a President's Club member, okay, which is PC and above, you can increase your sales by $8,500 versus last year's campaign 2 through 26. That's a trip for one. If you want a trip for two, you can increase the sales by 14,000. Again, same time period. If you're a contender or you're a premier, as of 12/10, see, these dates are not right. Level as of 12/10/19. These are crazy. Should be 20. Achieve 16,000 in sales between campaign 2 and campaign 26, or achieve 23,000 in sales for a trip for two. New representatives, if you're brand new and you are not a contender or premier, you can achieve $12,000 in sales within that time frame for a trip for one. And for those of you who go, I don't go nowhere without my significant other, I bet you if it's warm and it's beachy and it's palm treed and free drinks and all of that stuff, you be like, honey, I see you when I get home. Okay, sorry, I'm going because it's all free. It's all inclusive. Then you can also earn it as a leader, bronze leader and above. You have to grow your team sales by 10% versus the same period for a trip for one, or by 15%. Executive leaders, we don't have any here. You have to perform 20 campaigns out of the 26 for, actually, we wouldn't even have enough for that right now if you're not already there. But at the close of C2, or perform 25 campaigns at title for the trip for two. Okay. So again, there's more coming for this. They're also going to have a tracker for this that you're going to be able to follow, how they had trackers for all the trips and all of that is coming. It's just that when they realized they didn't have all the right figures in there, that kind of threw them back. So be looking for that. Also, then there is the incentive for campaigns 3 through campaign 5. What is that? This incentive runs, it is an Avon Getaway gift card incentive to the Marriott hotels. What happens for that? What happens with that? Well, here's how we roll with this. If you're a PRP, if you're a President's Club member, what happens is, and you achieve a 15% increase in your sales from last year, same campaigns, you will receive a $25 gift card for every $500 in sales during that time period. If you're a contender or a premier achiever, you'll receive $25 gift card for every $500 in sales over those campaigns. Okay. Is there a maximum of gift cards? The maximum achievement is $2,000, which is $25 gift cards. I mean, who knows? That could be Becky Kane. Who knows? Becky, you could take us all for a trip by the time we're done. You never know. It could be that way. The guidelines are there, and some of these guidelines are right as far as how you get there, but the numbers aren't right. So as soon as I get this, I will put this in the group, in the Team Onward group. I will also email these to everybody. And by the way, if you're sitting there right now saying to yourself, because you don't want to say it out to me because you know I'm going to like bop you on the head, oh, I could never earn that. I could never do that. My sales aren't there. It just, they're just giving me something to fail at. Well, if you're saying that, you're right. You will fail. You will fail. You will. You will. But I have a feeling, I don't think there's anybody that I can look out here who, honestly, there's nobody here that's perfect in the business. They cannot say, Molly, I really had done everything that I should have done to build my business. I don't think that's true, because what happens? A struggle will come up for 2 weeks, a struggle will come up for a month. Like for me, I can tell you there are times I didn't send my shuffle card out to remind my customers. I told you I was not keeping brochures with me. I haven't gone after a trip in a very long time, but I'm so tired of staying at home. I got to tell you something. I wish that everybody who is listening to this right now, either on the recording or live, would say, I'm going after this trip, whether I make it or not. Let me tell you why. Because even if you miss the trip, your business should be in the best position it has ever been in before, because you had something you were going after. And if you were practicing the actions to build your business and you're making more money, how in the heck is that a loss? I just need to know. Which is why I say to you, that trip is great for your dream board. Okay. If you want that trip, whether it's a trip for one or a trip for two, and you want to go after it, put it on that board. But I need you to start with goals that you feel are doable, that we're going to push you a little bit more. And I want you to work on those, because whatever it is that you can show yourself that you can do, and then you acquire that goal. For me, when I see I've done something, oh my gosh, it makes me think, what else can I do? What else can I do out here? We have got to get out of this. I just can't. I don't have enough customers. You know what? I said that when I first came on to Avon too, because I had zilch. I had no customers. Well, in all of this time now, realistically, I show that I have about 700 customers, but realistically, I have about 375 customers who righteously buy from me all through the year, minus fundraisers and stuff like that I've done. Why in the world? Why in the world? Who am I that I can build a customer base like that by handing brochures, by being ready, by now sending something digitally, by making sure that I let people know what I do, whether it's wearing a button or having an Avon brochure stick out my purse, or maybe talking to somebody in line that, believe it or not everybody's like, don't touch me. Some people are that way. Not everybody's that way. And just give them something. Give them something to look at. But they don't know, because you're not wearing Avon tattooed on your forehead. So how are they supposed to know? Do you have something on your car? I mean, a lot of my girls are still hanging brochures on a little hook, a suction cup hook on the side of their car or on the back of their car, with labels on the book that say, take me, I'm free. Oh, Molly, I couldn't do that. Really? How bad do you want to meet that goal you're thinking about that you're going to email me? Because the moment you start saying, I can't do that, what you're really saying is, I don't want to do that. So be honest with yourself. It's not that you can't do that. It's that you don't want. Somebody may get mad at me. Well, what if they say no? So what? You're looking for a yes, not a no. Walk past the no's. Okay, that's fine. This all starts with you. It starts with you and what you want, where you want to be. I mean, would you like to make President's Club for the first time? Diana, you're on mute, baby. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
Were you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Diana.
Oh, okay.
Sorry about that, babe. Go ahead, Diana.
I have to stop telling myself no. I don't have time. There's too much going on. So now I'm looking for a yes in me.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Start with you. Where is your yes at? That is so perfect. Oh my goodness. You're worried about a no here, but where is the yes in you? Oh my God, I got to write that down so I can use that next time. That's perfect, Diana. That is
Feel
perfect.
free.
Where is the yes starts with you? It starts with you. Brenda said, I love that.
Molly, she deserves a prize for that. I'm just saying. That's like,
Isn't that like huge? Like just massive, like huge.
Yeah,
She
me
says,
balling.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm like, dang, aren't you that? I'm gonna have to put that in Onward tonight. Say, you know, my team member just said yes starts with you. That's where it starts. That is so true. Because you can sit here and say, I don't know what to do. I haven't even taken any of the training. Well, number one, why? Say yes to the training. Number two, I don't know about the products. Number one, say yes to the training. Let's think about this. Let's say yes for a change instead of I don't know or no, or how about not right now? How about just yes? And how about then follow that up with the actions of having what you need, that if you have what you need and you say yes, then you're going to find your yes in what you use. And there is nobody here who cannot be better at this time next year than they were. Because for everybody who's on here live, I'm going to jot down your numbers where you were at the end of 2020. As soon as campaign 2 closes out tomorrow, y'all, we're going to revisit this at the end of 2021. And then I'm going to say, well, who must have had their speaker turned off when Diana said, I have to tell myself yes. Man, that's big. That is so big. I cannot believe how big that is.
Me.
Molly, it's in my heart to say yes right now.
There you go. There you go. That I love to hear that. And look, you got a lot going on, but you're saying you say yes. Man. And by the way, if you think you got too much going on, it's the people in life who feel like they have too much going on and too much to take care of. They're the people who get it done. Can I be honest? I mean, I had some of my best years during my worst struggles. Divorce, losing my home, almost losing my vehicle, made President's Club in less than a year. You know why? I was broke and I was tired of it. And I said, if I don't say yes to this, what am I going to do? I mean, we could just sit back and go, well, it's not meant for me. Well, as long as that's the conversation you're having with yourself, it's not meant for you. You're
We're
right.
our biggest obstacles.
Speak louder, Amy.
We are our biggest obstacles.
Yes. Okay, that's big too.
Amen.
Dang, that's
Amen.
big too. That is huge too.
When my
Biggest
husband
obstacle. I
moved-
did that, and all you all jumped to different places. I just hit my desk, and y'all just shifted. I'm like, wait, what happened?
I'll say, oh, I can't do this or whatever, or he'll
Right.
go, yeah. He's like, you're good, but you're not that good, and he knows it pushes me to go further and actually make it.
Amen, sister.
He thinks
No negativity allowed.
Yep. And you can use every excuse in the book. Oh, well, my kids were bad. Oh, I have to take care of my mom. Oh, I have another
Brian, can you
job.
please go check on the girls because I'm trying to feed Lane.
Okay, who we got talking here?
there's
Sorry, Molly.
It's Adriana. Hi, Adriana. There she is. How you doing, girl?
Busy.
She got little man with her. Yes, indeed. Amy ain't got her little man. Where your little babies at?
my babies, they're at home with their mommy.
Okay, well, I like it when you have them because I like to talk to them.
I get them on the weekend.
Okay, well, I guess we're gonna have to have a special session.
That's hard. I'm too old to be having.
Oh, stop it! Say yes to the godchildren. Just stop it. Oh my
Amy,
gosh.
please, you ain't old.
Tell them Brenda was sliding with her granddaughter. Did you catch the video? I was like so jealous. I said, number one, my ass would have been too big, so I would have gotten stuck. But Brenda went zoom right down the daggone slide with her. And I said, dang, girl, I
Hey,
am
I
so
took her
impressed.
to the doctor today, and they thought I was Mama. And I said, I asked Avon, would you like a
See,
brochure?
it's that anew and that intermittent fasting and all that stuff that Brenda's doing. That's what it
I get
is.
that a lot. They think that we're
I'm sure. I'm sure they do, for sure. That's amazing.
But,
So,
yeah, there's one thing for the newbies. There's nothing worse than you being close to a trip or a goal and not making it, and then you realize, what could have I done better?
that's a true fact right there, Amy. Thank you for saying that. Think about
This
this.
is the first time I was ever so close to a trip and missed it. It was like by what, $2,000?
And when you think about that, Amy, did your mind go back to the times when you knew you weren't 100% committed? Like, what could you have done? Like, if you, for me, I always go back to campaigns. And let's say I had a campaign that my orders normally run between $800 and $1,200. And then I go and I see one for like 300 or 400. And I go, what was going on with me? What was going on with me then that had I had that order,
Well, for
guess
me,
what? I probably would have been there.
I have to we're reevaluating everything at the moment because all of my sales were from shows. So not being able to do any shows,
I get it.
I still had to get out there and push to figure out how to make my PC, but it's still, I knew I would make PCs out because I had plenty of time. But for the trip, there was just, I mean, when we were on full-fledged lockdown, there was no way of getting out, but I did push for social media and stuff like that.
I hear you.
Helped boost up some
Question.
closer, but it was like
Yep.
one more campaign and I would have made it. Kind of thing.
It's like, you know what? Let it go, girl. It's down. It's in the past now. We got to move on. We got to move on, and I want to see you earn this one. Girl, stop it. You stop it.
I gotta sell $20,000 to earn this one.
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't see that that's something you can't do, but that's just me believing in you. Say yes to the 20,000, Amy. Listen to Diana.
My biggest campaign was 8,000. So
Come, girl, I don't want to hear it. Our prices are higher. We got better products. There's more coming. It's there. I'm telling you, it's there. Now, Jennifer said November, December was very rough for me with COVID shifts. Extremely stressed out to the point my hair is falling out. I lost 3 residents in December. Really didn't think I was going to make premiere, but I did it. I never gave. But Jennifer, you made it, which means, girl, you 30% now. Forget the 25%. You were there. You did it in the midst of all your losses, from your hair to your residence, girl, and everything in between. You did it. You said yes, and you made the goal. And just think, I'm seeing President's Club in your future now, sister. That's what I'm saying. Floyd, look at Floyd working his business. I just might have a new customer. My nurse asked me for my website. There he is, having surgeries, having pneumonia. And he's like, hey, I got something for you. I'm an Avon representative. Show him how it's done, Floyd. Show him how it's done. Brenda says we need to educate our customers. But in order to educate our customers, we have to educate ourselves first. That's exactly right. And to be honest, look, I don't think I catch any Avon training live. I think everything I do, I have to go back because I have so many during the day and I can't. But here's the thing. It isn't about what training you take. It is about the fact that whether it's this right here and you couldn't be here live for whatever reason, but you want to be a part of that, or something Avon's doing on their social selling page, or something with Michael, or whatever it may be. What I'm telling you is, once a week at the very least, not once a campaign. So hear me, you want to be successful at least once a week. You need to be making time to go back to these replays or something and learning about a product that you want to learn about, and taking that training, or jumping on here and here. You need to, by the way, you need to make time. Did you hear me? I didn't say find time. I said you need to make time. You want to be better. How can you be better if you don't know the product? How can you be better if you don't know the things that you can do to get better? I
Hey,
mean,
Molly,
yes.
I just wanted to interrupt you really quick and just say you've got a really pretty shirt on.
Oh, thank you. This would be Avon. Thank you very much. It just don't
Is that
say
really?
Avon. Yes, it is. This is the one. Remember the one that came in camouflage, the gray camouflage that has the. See this right here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they had
Oh,
one in blue
yes.
too, so I got it.
Oh.
Yes. So it was Avon. I tell you what. You talk about stepping up their clothes. Can I just say that? I mean, I was not happy with Avon's clothes for a long time. Their fashion, but I have to tell you. Man, the quality and the fact that I wash this stuff and it doesn't shrink up and it holds up and it holds its shape. Look, I even bought the one.
Fits the right way.
Huh?
Fits the right way.
Yes, it does. It does. I bought the one with the mask. You should have seen me. I look like the Shah of Arabia. I was like, sorry, I must. Okay. Look at the eyes, thank you. And then it was like in the stores, I'm Instacart and I'm going, watch this. Bloop, and I take it down and I'm like, yeah, Avon, baby. That's right, Avon. That's what it is. Although I felt a little weird, I'm just going to say. But people said, oh, that's such a cool idea. They said, who, where did you get that? And I'm like, again, had I had my brochure with me.
It happens. It's okay.
It happens. I know. Look, it's in the past. It was in 2020. I'm 4 days into 2021. It will not happen again. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Oh,
Yes, Andrew.
I want to know more about the kickoff. Like, what's it like? Is it like, are you in front of the computer from 8 a.m. to 11 at night? Like, how does it work?
You can be. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let me grab the agenda. Hold on, because I got my thingy here.
I just work remotely right now, and there's no way my back can.
Yeah, but the thing is,
stand
a lot of this is also going to be. It's also going to be taped, though, Andrew. You know what I'm saying? So
Say
you
that
can
again?
go back, babe. It's going to be taped.
Oh, taped. Okay.
Yeah. So this is how it is, and
Like RepFest, our virtual.
yes. Remember how they had a virtual happy hour, and then they have celebration. It's like happy
I
hours
wasn't able to make it to Rep Fest because of when I was scheduled.
5 to 6 and this and that. So it's going to be, but you should be, if they do it like the Rep Fest one, obviously you should be able to go back and rewatch this. Do I know that 100%? No, but it makes no sense to do it for one thing and not do it for the other. So it's normally what they do. And I'm sure they're bringing a lot of the new stuff that's coming for the whole year. And so I would think it would be. And of course, I'll be doing live updates too, and just putting them in the group. So if you can't catch it or for some reason you can't get a signal for it or whatever, they're going to be running it on the Avon social site, the whole 9 yards. So it's going to be everywhere. So I would think you could go back and see that, Andrew, because I know it's hard when you're working remotely to try to be here if you're supposed to be in with something else.
Well,
sure.
I'm actually off that weekend. I'm just saying my back gets a kink in it from sitting all the time.
Yeah.
So like I definitely can watch some of it, but having to sit from 8 till 8 in the morning to 11 at night,
It's not.
I can't sit the whole
and
day.
by the way, it's not like that. You can come and go. You can come and go as you please. I mean, even when they have us there live, it's not all those hours in a row. So no, I mean, they're going to say we're going to be back at this time, blah blah blah. So yeah, so it'll be doable for whatever it is
The
that we got to do.
part that you sit for, in which you could easily get up and move around, but is
Mhm.
the general
Yep.
section.
Yep, absolutely. Get
What'd you
around.
say?
Look, I just keep it. I keep it in my ear. It's I watch it on my phone.
Oh, my battery doesn't last that long.
Plug it up. What's wrong with you, Andrew? Say yes to the plug, Andrew. Say yes to the plug.
Well, then I can't leave the room. Then I might as well be on the computer.
Oh my gosh, you only have one plug in your house?
It's an old apartment.
I'm going to keep coming up with these. We can go all night. Just so you know, we go all night. I'm not taking no. We ain't taking no.
Get an external battery.
Yes. Thank you.
I have one somewhere. I
Who
gotta
said
find
that?
it.
Yes.
I'll have to
very
look for
good.
it.
Look,
I got one somewhere. I'll have to go look for it.
Go look for it. Don't wait till the day of. There you
Yeah,
go.
You may have
I
to
know.
buy 2 or
Yeah,
3.
for sure.
And
Okay.
my external
So,
battery is from Avon, by the way.
okay. So, does everybody have campaign 3 brochures?
Yes.
No, I don't.
Say yes to the heads. Okay. Okay. So, this is only for live streaming live. Sorry, replay people. If you do not have campaign 3 books and you would like some, include that in your email to me. Okay? Because everybody that sends me your thing is going to get something, going to get products. So I'll slip some brochures in there if you need them. May only be 5. I
No.
don't know what I have here. Some of them may be, oh, I know I have some 3s, but it also may be some 2s and 1s. But if you really want to work your business, who cares what campaign it is? That's what I have to say about that. Just
When
so
I got kicked off the computer earlier, Molly,
yes.
I missed something. What are we emailing you?
Okay. You're thinking about dream boards. Okay, and what you're
Yes.
emailing me
Okay.
is your something that you want to happen with your Avon income, whether it's a bill you want to pay, something you want to do, maybe you want to take your husband away for a weekend. I don't know what that looks like, but what you want to do because of your Avon income and when you want to do that. Do you want to do that in 6 months? We talked about groceries. If you needed $250 in groceries, you got to start somewhere. Maybe the first 2 campaigns, you make an
Molly,
extra
real
50.
quick,
Yes.
I've got to go. My phone's ringing. It's my son.
Okay,
Wish
baby,
me
take
luck.
care. You'll be able to watch the rest
Love
of them
you.
on replay. Mwah, love you too. So again, if you're just coming on here, because a lot of you have, and a lot of you are watching this on replay, I'm sure. If you send me an email to Molly7720, replay or live, it doesn't matter. We're talking about dream boards. We're talking, and I don't like to call it a dream board. I like to call it a goal board because dreams are just like that. You know, there's dreams, there's visions. To me, a dream would be, oh yeah, baby, bring that Hummer 2 back because you know, Mama always wanted a Hummer 2, but I don't want to pay the gas in it, so we're not really gonna get that. But the point is, a goal is something that you can do. And what do you want to acquire no matter where you're at in your business? What do you want to acquire? Do you want it? I got an email asking me to add them to my account. Jennifer, I want you to send me that email. Nobody should be asking you for your social security number. Okay. Let me check that out. Okay. Let me check that out. So if you will, to Molly7720, I need to forward that to somebody and make sure. Okay. You're going to forward me something you want to do. We talked about groceries. Maybe you spend $250 a week or every 2 weeks, whatever that looks like. You're not going to go out in the next 5 days, I don't think. And if you do, that's great. And you're make a commission of $250, right then. But the thing is, if this is your goal and you want to, let's say you say we're in campaign 3, we're getting ready to go into that. And let's say you said by campaign 10, you want to make enough to make your car payment, to make your car insurance, to help your kids because they have extra, they have extracurricular activities, football, ballet, gymnastics, whatever that looks like. And you know, or maybe you want to help your kid who just went to college. I don't know what all this looks like for you, but whatever it is, give yourself enough time to accomplish that. But what is it that you want to do by then? What is that amount? Because in 3 campaigns, you might be able to make $50 of that 250. And by the way, $50 can still get you a lot of stuff with grocery. You shop at the right place. Wow, I wanted to do 250. It's been 3 campaigns, and this campaign I made $50. This is great. Well, then you know, okay, you're doing that. So that means you had to have acquired more customers. How did you do it? Did you do it through social media? Did you do it through brochures? Did you do it through sharing your digital catalog? Did you do it because you were on doing a live stream about something that you like? Were you using social media on Instagram, TikTok, whatever it is that looks like for you? What are you doing to take the steps forward? Because if you don't have any goals, what are you doing? Are you just here because you like the discount? That's okay too. I'm not judging you. But if you don't have something to work towards, then how do you know what you want to make? How do you push yourself to do anything more if you don't have a goal that's staring you on a piece of paper all the time that says, say yes. Say yes and get out there and do it. I want to know what that is. If you're willing to share it with me, I want you to put that in an email to me with your time frame, what you want, and then add PS, I would like some brochures because I don't want to send 2 packages out. So let me know if you want brochures right now. I am stocked with them again, so everybody can probably get some as long as I have them. When they run out, they run out. Was it Rebecca? Let me look here. Hold on. I think Becky Furbers. My action board. That's a good one too. I love that, Rebecca. Goal board, action board. Because if you don't take the action, and that's the other thing to think about. What are you going to do to make it happen? Oh, Molly, I want $250 for grocery. Oh, Molly, I want a new car, but I know it's going to cost me $100 more than my current payment is costing me. Well, how are you going to make that happen? How many customers are you looking to acquire?
And by
Where do
when?
you want to be? I mean, let's be real honest. If you have 10 customers now, how many customers do you want over the next 5 or 6 campaigns? If you want President's Club, if you're like, oh, I hate just earning 25%, I'm a newbie, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know, well, if you want to be premier, then you've got to sell $5,000 or more. How are you going to accomplish that so you move up to 30%? And then if you want to be President's Club, that requires $10,000 in sales. So that's going to require between a $400 and $500 order, a campaign from you. So what are you going to do to acquire that? How are you going to get the customers? And if you don't do it one campaign, what are you going to do the next? Are you going to quit? Or are you going to keep going? You're here for a reason. You're either bored and your shows haven't started back up, or you're looking for a way for Avon to be part of what you're trying to build. Maybe it's to build confidence in yourself. I got to tell you something. There's been no greater confidence builder for me than Avon, because the woman that you experience right now, every time we get together, you would not recognize the person who started in 2004. You would not recognize her because she was not that person. She had no confidence. Everybody told her she was going to fail, and she almost quit, and she almost did. But she was so pissed off at her ex-husband, she said, I ain't quitting nothing until I make some money to do this, 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 and this. It's amazing what will drive you. But my deal is, what is it that you want? Without goals, you have nothing. You have to achieve. She's a beast out there. That's right. The beast. Thank you. Beast. Straight. That's right. Raw. Hear me roar. That's right. Great. Here we go. Don't pay attention to the saggy stuff. We're working on getting rid of that. Just don't judge me. Thank you very much. Don't you judge me, even though I know it's okay. Janae's like,
that's just extra hugs for us. I'm okay with it.
That's right, baby. It's a lot of cushion with the hug. It's okay.
No
It's all good. I always say I have the right size. I have the right size boobies for the hugs. Everybody says that's a mama hug. It's a mama hug. I hug you up. It's all. It's a hug you up. I'm sorry. It's just how it is. See my bear? Everybody like my bear? Look at my bear. Isn't my bear cute?
I can't deal.
Isn't that cute? It's my bear. Somebody sent that to me for Christmas. I love it. Okay. So let's end this with, does anybody have, my problem is the money I earn, I put right back in. Now, Julie, that's not a bad thing. I'm not going to tell you that's a bad thing, because this is the other thing that, thank you for saying that, because I have to be honest. You have got to invest money into your business to make money. And Julie, to be quite honest, I can remember for the first year probably when I was in business. Now, it is true, I was making money, but let me tell you why I started making money. I remember that I made like $19 my second order. And then I think brochures cost like $17 or something for 100, something like that. Anyways, I didn't have any bills due then. So I ordered them. I invested that right back in. But this is what happens. If you are doing enough that you are acquiring new customers, and you find the customers who may order every campaign, but may order every second or third campaign, what happens is if you go from 10 customers to 25 customers in a matter of some months, there is no way that you cannot make money and still invest whatever. Let's say you were investing and you got 20 extra books every campaign. Now, not every time are you going to acquire a new customer from that, but I was very deliberate. Was very deliberate with a certain amount of books that I gave out. Hand-to-hand combat. I still call it that. So I want to know you're interested. Here's the brochure. I'm going to get your name. I'm going to get your number. I've said yes. But if you do this consistently, there is no way you cannot get more customers, which now, especially with the price of our products, that you're not making more money, which by the way, then you make Premier and you're doing 30%. And then by the way, once you make Premier, you do President's Club, and then you're doing 40% and 25%. When you are continually doing what you should be doing and reinvesting that same amount, there is no way that you cannot make money. But Julie, I will say in your defense, there was a time when it didn't feel like that was true because our prices were so dollar store low that you felt like, dang, I'm getting the customers, but I'm selling them $1.99 lip liner, and I'm not making any money, but there was a time when I'm going to tell you, I felt like for a while that was true. But right now, I believe that if you take this and say, this is the amount that I'm investing every campaign into my business, which may equal out to however many brochures. Now, if you let them sit on your wall, they ain't gonna do nothing for you. If you let them sit in your house, they're not gonna do nothing for you. But if you give yourself a cutoff date like I did until the past few months, and I completely disappointed myself for not doing it, and you say by this date, all these books have got to be in the hands of somebody. And I have to follow up with whoever was willing to give me their number, their email, whatever it is, to contact them. When you do that and you follow up and you are on your game, you will make money because it's a whole lot easier to make commission, 25, 30, whatever that looks like. A whole lot easier to make it off of a $15.99 product than it is a $1.99 product. Okay, so I would tell you to do what you're doing, but do it consistently. Get the customers, keep bringing them in. And I think if you just keep investing that amount, I bet it next year at this time, I bet, Julie, you're looking at more money, higher percentages, and whatever that goal is that you set, I bet you hit it. So anybody else got anything for me?
Yes.
Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
So you're talking about, reinvesting the business, and that just reminded me of a new program that came across that has really lit a fire under me and really been pushing me, and it's been working for me. There's a show that's called Undercover Billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And they're gonna be repeating episodes on Wednesday from season 1, where the billionaire is basically undercover. He gets $100, a beat up old vehicle, and a phone with no contacts in it, and he has to create a $1 million business within 3 months, within 90 days. And he shows you step by step how they bust their butt to get there. And it's like, granted, I'm not going to do everything he does in 30 days, and I'm not going to do everything they do, but I do get something out of it, and it gives me motivation.
Very true.
That gives me ideas.
That's a good point, Andrew.
Here's something extra special. In the new season, they're featuring a billionaire that I follow, Grant Cardone, and I don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with a lot with what he says. He's basically well known in the auto industry. Some things are a little distasteful because he's a salesman, but he's right about a lot of things, and I'm eager to see, because they do learn a lot of empathy being in this position again, because they haven't been there a long time.
Well, let's be
So
honest.
it's
Not
very
not all of you agree with everything I say. You don't have
Yeah.
to. You don't got to
But
do everything.
if you learn one thing,
That's the cool thing. And I love Andrew. Can you take that program that you're talking about? And can you possibly put information in the Team Onward group on that?
Once I remember what channel it's on. I know it's on Wednesday. I have to
Just
look
find
it up.
it,
and find out
Andrew.
what channel it's
Find
on.
it. I'm giving you a thing. Find it, Andrew. Put
Extra
it in the
homework.
group. Don't talk about something great and then don't share it with everybody. Put it in.
I'll find it. I just have
Okay,
to look it
Andrew
up.
will find it and he will put it in there. And keep that in mind. Look, I could keep my top people here and they could all give you 50 things that they do. That doesn't mean that all 50 of those things are good for you in your business. But if you cannot pick one or two things that you have not done and you cannot find something that works or helps your business, there's a problem. And I am sorry to tell you, the problem is you. The problem is not what they're telling you. Because when you consistently say, no, 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 this won't work, and you haven't lifted finger number one to do it, you're right. It is no. But it's no because, as Diana would say if she was here, you said no. You said no to you instead of saying yes. Janae, what did you have for us? I know you had something.
I was just gonna make it brief. So I don't know, since the pandemic, you've seen a lot of people that have created like these Blessed Forward groups where people share like their Amazon wish lists and such, right? So I decided to take a step on a whim and put things like business tools that I would like to invest in for my business on my wish list, but I tried to keep it below a $10 spending cap. So they did a Secret Santa thing in the group that I'm in currently, and I got all the business tools that I wanted as the first pick. So I got these little containers to use for samples now. So
wow,
as we saw at the beginning of the call, they're like these little clear little.
I had them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got mine from Amazon. Yeah.
So look, I took some of the Rice Water Bright foaming cleansers and put them in these, and I made little labels.
Right.
Too. But I thought about it and I was just like, if you spend $11, which your investment will probably be about $7 on it, depending on your earnings level, and you give out a sample, even if you sold half of the amount, and I have all these here, stacked up, nicely stacked up and ready to give out to nice little customers. But I was just like, imagine if you did that and you gave out 60 plus of them at $11 each, and you make back that profit and you barely spent anything.
Yep. And you know what else I like that she did?
Don't just
she picked something that squeezes, that you don't have to dip. That's smart. She picked a product that she could squeeze into the things. And you're like, okay, let me put in. I can't just, I don't want to mess up that,
It was literally like a last minute decision because I was just like, I don't use it hardly. I've been using my Belief one. So I was like, I could at least make it stretch and give it out a sample.
That's
so
perfect.
I took the top off.
Janae, let us know if you can, keep an active list on that and let us know when you give those out. Like, let's be honest. So she gave 25 out and two people bought the full-size product because they loved it. It's not just that they bought those products. You realize they love it. They're going to buy it again. It's a repeat sale, which is huge. Rebecca says, stop listening to yourself saying no and talk to yourself and say, yes, yes, I can. You want to know why Rebecca knows about that? Because Rebecca for a long time would tell herself no. This is growth. What you're seeing right there is growth, because there was a time that she didn't think she could make President's Club. There was a time when she was ratting my ear on, she's trying to get customers, and there was another rep that was creating issues and this and that. And there has been immense growth because Rebecca said, no, we're not letting nothing get in my way no more. I know what I want to do and I'm going to do it. And I'm not letting anything or anybody get in my way. And that's why she's President's Club and above. So kudos to you, Rebecca, for that. I love that. Anybody else?
I just remember.
Yes, I need to know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Brenda. You're fine. What you got?
What is your email again?
It is Molly, MOLLY 7720 at gmail.com.
Okay.
All right, baby? Okay. Floyd says, believe in yourself, because I do. Maybe going through some stuff, but I'm going to continue to work. There you go. Floyd's not a quitter, that's for sure. Okay, so as it stands right now, I'll be waiting for your emails, and I will see you all back here on the 18th, which is 2 weeks from now. Again, campaign 3 officially starts Wednesday the 6th. Okay, so y'all, it's time. This is a great book. This is where they're reintroducing the new quote unquote Aspira line that they have renamed Retune, and they're bringing more. Couldn't come out at a better time because that's when everybody is looking to to get in tune, so to speak. And we will be talking about product more in the second one and what we're learning about products. They did not get my meeting in the box to me, so that will probably be to me by the next meeting. If not, I'll pick some products and we'll go over products. I'm so enthused about the what's new. I know to a lot of people that is like nothing, but I got to tell you, it's huge. It's huge.
It's
and
huge.
coming
It
back. I
is.
think it's going to help all of us. And Avon does listen. So when you get pissed at them because you can't get something or what, I'm telling you, LG is doing their best to get us in a place where you're not even going to recognize us. But you guys have got to be patient. See, this is what they do that's different. And then I'm going to let you go. See, every other company who's come in to own us or whatever it is, they've gone on whatever the people that are left in Avon say, and they've taken their word as to what works and what doesn't. LG has said, no, we're taking this away and we're going to see how this works. We're doing this and we're going to see how this works because they want to know themselves. They're not taking anybody's say that is corporate related or anything else. They want to know what the reps are doing. The proof is in the pudding for them. These guys at LG don't fail at anything. They don't fail at anything. And that means that we're going to have to be patient as we've been. But I don't care what anybody says. We are in a better place right now in this company than we have seen ourselves in 18 months, for sure. Okay, for sure. And it's taken us some time to get there, but they keep bringing these products out. They keep bringing stuff out. And don't sit in the old Avon and go, oh my gosh, we don't have this. Stop it. It doesn't mean we don't have it. A lot of these things, they're repackaging. We had very crappy packaging before, and they're not telling you it's coming back because until they get it right, it's not coming back. It has to set up to their standard so it will make you money. Okay, but you're going to have to be patient and learn how to roll and learn how to go with the change and learn how to turn your customers on to something else, which by the way may make you a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? Get off the old stuff. Quit trying to just sell the sweet honesty. Get some turned on to some new perfume or something. Okay. These old ladies, let me tell you something about old ladies. If they thought they could smell like a young lady and has turned some old heads, let me tell you something. They all for it. Give them that little Paris perfume. Give them that. Give them that. Tell them it's going to be amazing. Nobody wants to be an old somebody. They won't. They want you to believe that this is a great product for them. So you got to tell them that. You got to tell them that. You want to know why I know that? Rebecca Kane has had to turn people on to new stuff consistently every single campaign because this girl has been so frustrated in the 2 years before this last 9 months because she's like, what are they doing? I'm like, I can't tell you. I don't know what they're doing. But what she's done is said, I've worked too hard for this business and this brings in too much money for me and these customers depend on me. So I'm going to grow with it and I'm going to make some different choices and I'm going to make this work. And this is why she sits now at almost 40,000, probably over because mine's only, what do you got? What were your sales in campaign 2? I can't hear you, Rebecca. Hold on. Yeah, I can't hear you. What were your sales in campaign 2, Rebecca?
Campaign 2, maybe 1,000.
Okay, the worst campaign in the year, okay? And she just did $1,000, which means she was at 39. She's well over 40 right now in sales for the 2020 line. So believe me, ain't nobody, no offense, Rebecca, ain't nobody complain more than Rebecca does to me. I know what Avon's not doing when Rebecca reaches out to me, because when she does, I'm like, oh Lord, I need to talk to Michael Sinchtak. What's going on here? I can't have my girl unhappy. But sometimes I've had to say to her, and she'll tell you, Rebecca, you're going to have to figure out how you're going to shift here. What are you going to shift? What are you going to do for your customers, baby? Because we ain't got it. What are you going to do? And to watch her sales grow the way that they have, I'm jealous. I'm her upline and I'm jealous. Okay. I'm so jealous. I want to do 40,000 in sales. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh. So with that, it's 8:35. I've kept you 5 minutes longer than I wanted to. Get your emails to me. I've got product. I got brochures if you want them. I want to hear about these goal boards or these action boards. I like that Rebecca Furbush said. And I want to know what it is that you want. And if you've got to think about it for a couple of days, think about it. Because I got to tell you the truth. I don't know how in the world you're making any money or doing anything if you don't know what you need your money for or where you want to go with this. Okay. I know every single time. So get that to me and it's going to be a good year. I'm feeling it.
Amen.
I'm feeling it. Okay. So I will get this replay out to you guys within the next day or so. And I will see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
Thank you, Molly.
All right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.